Welcome to my channel. Today I have a flip through of a journal and a freebie to tell you about, a free digital set that I want to tell you about. This is the journal. This is like my first one that I've ever made. Some people are calling them shabby torn. Some people are calling them shabby sloppy. Some people are just calling them shabby. And when I made this journal, like I said, it's my first one, and I made it way too big. As you can see, this is a fat journal. So we're going to look at that, but before we look at the journal, I want to tell you about this digital, these free digitals. For this journal, I used a lot of stamps, and I went and found a whole bunch of stamps of different sizes, vintage stamps that are public domain, and I wanted to share them with you that you guys can use them too. So I'm going to put them on my blog. I'll put a link in the description, and you guys can go and download. There's 3 sheets. You don't have to take all the sheets, or you can. Well, what you do is you click on the picture, and you right click on the picture, and it'll bring up the download button, and then it downloads it, and you want to make sure that you see where it downloads to. It's like if it downloads into your pictures or into your documents, so you can go find it again. And as you can see, I enlarged stamps. Now on your printer, you should be able to size these up and down. So if you wanted to make them way smaller, you could. Usually there's a percentage, like 100% is full, and then you can go down to 80%, 75%. There's different ways to do it on different printers. All printers are different. But these are the stamps that you'll find there on the blog. And feel free to use them in your crafting, not for commercial use. Well, you can sell all the things you make with these stamps. It's fine. I think I have a disclaimer on there. I can't remember. So anyway, so we'll see some of these in my really fat journal. And I think one of the things I love about these shabby journals is they have things sticking out all over the place. And I just love that. But I think if I was going to do it again, I would probably be a little bit more careful about what I have sticking out on this side, because this is where you tie. So you want to think about that when you do it. And I'm making more of these, more shabby journals, but the next ones won't be quite so big. So everything is falling all over the place. So I made these little tags. I'll just pull them out here, and then I'll rearrange them in here. Let's look at this. Lots of lace, lots of bling. I have a little tag and a little card here. Oh, in the back. The back even has some stuff in that pocket. These are so fun to make. And I tore all the pages, even though you can't see them back there. Every one of them's torn, different material, and the cover is made from a, one of those legal envelopes. What do they call them? Big envelopes. We use them to make journals in, but I cut it in half, and then I just covered it with this fabric, and then I just put a little lace on over that, and I put a little bit of gesso. I've gessoed in different areas of this. Inked a lot of the edges. There's a little pocket with some embossed paper. This has a little Velcro tab, so it can open up and close, and this comes out. I don't know if I'll remember all the places that have little pockets in this or not, because there's so many. There is so many. And I used some embossed paper that I inked a little blue on there. Some more of those little tags. If I find some really cool fiber, I'm going to put it on those tags. I haven't found anything I love that's thin enough. A lot of the stuff I have is fat. So this flips up, and this opens up, folds down, and there's a little cutout from a vintage book in there. So a little secret place. And this flips up, and this you could tuck something in there. And this flips open too. And there's a little piece of paper attached to it. Right there. There we go. And I stenciled the paper, had a lot of stuff hanging down on the edges here. A lot of fibers. Like I said, I'm not going to remember all the places in this. That envelope that I tore, made a pocket for some tickets. Some of these I did videos on, so you can find some videos of where I made the page. This was a fun paper. I took just some coffee stain paper, and then I dabbed black gesso on it to make that marbly look. So lots of fun stuff. Little pocket. A flip tag on this. This comes out of here. There's another pocket. And this should come out of there. So, get that. I used a lot of regular vintage stamps too, besides the other stamps. This flips up, you could put a little tuck right in there. That is embossed. Not sure if it shows up on the video or not. In the light, a little belly band tuck spot right there. This flips up a little bit. I made a whole bunch of these papers before I started. I'll show you some more when I get to it. And I just stamped them, inked them. I think I used some Lindsay Stamp Gang alcohol ink on them. It's a little tuck in the back. Made them all grungy. This is another one of the papers, the background that I did. I put some stamping on it. Here we have a little pocket, a little embossed tag. Let's see, it goes this way. So really, even though there's not a ton of writing space, which you can stick writing space all over this. You just stick some more paper on there. There's a lot of pockets, so. Oh, and I missed a page. Look at that. I've been through this journal how many times? Well, there's some nice pages to journal on. My goodness, that must have stuck together all this time. And this is the center signature. And this is some applique that I got off of a dress I got from the charity shop. It had a whole dress of all these. Well, these were all on the edge, and then these flowers and some leaves were all in the middle. So I've been using up a lot of that. Here's some more of that paper that I did. I just stamped it, inked it, gessoed a little bit. This is another piece of that paper. I made a tag out of it. And another little. This is some textured wallpaper that I got at a sale. Little butterfly tag right here. You see me poking at places trying to decide if there's more pockets there or not. These both come out. A little tuck. I think, no, I thought there was a place on this one. I guess not. Okay, it's just pretty. It's just pretty. Usually when I do this with the webcam, when I go closer, it gets all fuzzy, but I don't think it's going to do this with my new videotaping using a phone. So that's a little bit of a tuck spot right there, just a little bit. And this is a little pocket with a tag, a little vintage button on there. Another one of those, flips up a little bit. Here's a bunch of those, the papers that I had left. This is a loose belly band. Just inked a bunch of papers. Painted, oh, I painted them a little bit too. I used some just acrylic paint. I used some copper, Martha Stewart copper paint. This made a whole bunch of different kind of papers before I started. And this really comes down. Lots of stuff sticking out at the top and the bottom and the sides. Flips up a little bit. The rest of my tags, some tickets, some stamps. I just gessoed a little bit yesterday, so I think it got stuck. There it goes. I just put that on yesterday. Adding some dabs of gesso here and there, right there. All these tickets, some stamps from that stamp collection, and then the last page, which I think some of the pearls are falling off. I need to go back and glue these a little bit, I guess. This comes out. And I showed how to make this one. I made this whole page on a video, and then the back has some more tags. So there's my flip through of my, I like to call them, I'm going to be calling a Shabby journal. And I hope you guys will go get those downloads of stamps and use them in your crafting, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching.